Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. This is Emerald Signatures. If today is the first time of you coming across this channel, do well to subscribe because if you're a fashion designer, I don't know the best place you should be if not on this channel. Okay, so I upload sewing tutorials, DIYs, both hats and fascinators skin. So if this is a content you don't want to miss, click on the subscribe button, give me a thumbs up, and click on the bell icon close to the subscribe button so that you get notified each time I post a new video. For today, I'm going to be making a gathered skirt, a short gathered skirt. So these are the materials I'll be using. I have my fabric. I'm using 2 yards of fabric. I have my thread, my tape, skirt zip, my scissors, my chalk, and of course my pattern master. For the measurement, you're going to be needing the waist circumference and the length of the skirt. That's all you'll be needing. So I'm going to be working with a length of 24 inches. A length of 24 inches. I'll just fold this into 2. Since I folded my fabric into 2, I'm going to be cutting out my waistband along this axis. I'm working with the length of 24 inches. I'll need an extra 1.5 as my waistband to complete this measurement to make it 24. Then I'll still have to fold at this point, so I'm adding an extra 1 inch to fold at this side, then an extra 1/2 inch to turn this area. I don't know if you understand that. 1 inch to fold the bottom of the skirt and 1/2 inch to join this top part of the skirt to the waistband. So I'll be needing 3 inch for my waistband to make up for that. So I'll just be cutting my waistband from this axis. I'll be cutting 3 inches in 2 places. 3 inches folded in 2 is going to be 6 inches. So I'll just be cutting out 6 inches. Yes, I folded it in. You can just cut out the 6 inch on straight, or you can fold into 2 and cut out 3 inches, if that makes sense. For the waistband, then this remaining part of the fabric. So all I have to do here is to just split this part open. So this is the skirt pieces. I want my zipper to be at the back, not at the sides. I don't want any seam at the side. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to run a straight stitch around this place. Once I run a straight stitch around this place, the next thing I have to do, I'll run a gathered stitch all around the fabric. Once I run the gathered stitch all around this point, from the top all to this other end that I have not joined, so I'll just have a single strip with a gathered stitch. Then I'll gather it. The waist circumference I'm working with is 27 inches, so I'll gather it to 29 inches because I'll need 1 inch seam allowance at this end, and the other seam allowance at the other end. I'll be needing 1 inch allowance on the 2 sides to fix in my zipper. I'll just stitch up this part and run the gather stitch and gather it and show you what I mean by that. Alright, so I've joined this. I'm going to run the gather stitch all around you and just pull. Alright, so this is the gathers. I've gathered it to my waist circumference. I'm going to turn the wrong side. I'm just going to turn it like this. This is the right side facing each other. The right side and the right side facing each other. I'll turn it like this. Then I'll just use my zipper to measure where I want this to stop, which is here, at this point right here. So I'll just use 1 inch to stitch this to this point. Then I'll use that same 1 inch to fix in my zipper at this other part. I'll go ahead and do that. I'll show that to you. So this is the waistband I cut. I'm just going to be ironing interfacing to the wrong side. After ironing the interfacing, what I'll go ahead and do is just fold here this part by 1/2 inch and fold this other part by 1/2 inch and iron it out. So I have stitched this part closed and actually fixed the zipper. So the next thing I'm going to be doing, remember my waistband and head stitch to it and folded it. So I'm just going to turn this over like this, stitch it close, turn this over like this also, stitch it close, then turn it inside out. Alright, so I have folded this part and turn it in, same with the next part. The next thing I'm going to do is just to determine the midpoint of this. I'll just fold it like this. Yes, this is the midpoint. Then I'll be matching it up with the midpoint. Remember, I joined this at the midpoint, so it's not difficult for me to locate. So I'll mark this part. I'll mark it at the back too. Then what I'm going to be doing is I'm going to be opening this up just like so. I'll be putting the mid part of this inside the mid part of this one, just like this. Then I'll stitch it and stitch it close, just like this, and I'll do that all around. Then by the time I finish doing it all around to the zipper, I still have some left, so I'll just be stitching this close. It will be like a belt to tie it at the back. There's no hook for this skirt. I'll be using this rope as a belt to tie it at the back. Fold the hem of the skirt and we're done.